you for asking that question. I'm gonna go down here because in our appendix we have a store count assumptions where we kind of looked at like same sales store growth, and they're actually outperforming their competitors in terms of that. So if you look at like one of their biggest competitors, Dollar General, they only grew same sales stores by 0.2% in 2023 compared to Dollar Tree, who grew by 5.8% in 2023. So they're tending to outperform their peers in that area.
Okay, and then for the growth in Notepad, what's really driving that? Because I think it looked like the most recent one on that slide, I think it was slide 11, was a relatively small number. Might have been a slide before that.
One more.
Or 9. Maybe I wrote it down wrong.
Was it on the operating metrics or in the DCF?
There was a very small number that went to a very big number. I was just kind of curious what it was.
Oh, maybe. Probably
here we go. It's the EBIT on the Family Dollar. There we go.
Yeah. Yes. So that segment has. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. So Dollar Tree bought out Family Dollar in 2015, and they've been struggling a little bit to get that brand up to par with their Dollar Tree segment. I mean, you even see that on a margin basis. But going forward, actually, Family Dollar is going to be closing 600 stores in the first half of 2024. And management's really spoke highly about how they expect this to to go to their bottom line. Because these were underperforming stores that were losing about $70 million on an annualized basis. And they're also revamping all these stores. So they're Kevin talked a lot about this in our investment thesis. They're remodeling a lot of the stores, and they're building stores where they don't have them, where they haven't built stores in the past. And the stores that they are closing, they're likely being closed because they're located very closely to another Family Dollar, and they'll be able to gain back those cannibalized sales from having two Family Dollars like within a mile of each other, for example.
Got it. And so that is explaining the bulk of the change in net working capital there from reducing those stores, liquidating that inventory as you're building out your free cash flow. And then is it supposed to be the same change in net working capital for Dollar Tree and Family Dollar in each of those years?
Oh, so yeah. Actually, so the company, when they report, they don't break down they don't break down their balance sheet in terms of Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. So you can't calculate a net working capital based off of the individual segments. So we figured it'd be best to just break it down 50-50 because the number of stores is about the same. So we're assuming that the net working capital from each store should be from both segments should be relatively similar.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like you identified raising price points and reformatting stores, but the only thing I didn't understand is why those were positives. In other words, if you have a higher price point, your variable costs may be higher. You could actually have a lower margin. So maybe just walk us through why higher price points. What is that accrued? Is it higher margin? And then secondly, the same thing on the new formats. They're going to look nice and all that, but in dollars and cents, why is that a better mousetrap than what they currently have?
Kevin, do you want to take that one?
Yes, absolutely. I can take that. So regarding the Dollar Tree side with the price points, so Dollar Tree is really trying to focus on attracting that higher level income consumer. So attracting consumers that have salaries over $125,000 to kind of bring them in. So with higher price products, which tend to be more family meal solutions, family meal products, and then other discretionary products that maybe a lower income consumer wouldn't spend money on. So that's kind of where we're seeing the Dollar Tree aspect. And then regarding the store renovations, in particular the family, the rural store format, that includes both Dollar Tree and Family Dollar products. So Dollar Tree products tend to have higher margins. So by including Dollar Tree products in a larger store format, you expect that to drive margins for Family Dollar in the future. So that's basically where we kind of see the store renovations attracting more customers because the attractiveness of a cleaner, more updated store will bring in new customers as well.
And I just wanted to add to what Kevin said. In 2023, Dollar Tree has only slightly rolled out their multi-price strategy and has already seen 3.4 million new shoppers as a result of that. And they've noted that most of those shoppers are from households that have a combined income of more than $125,000.
Just one follow-up. Have they, retailers will say, hey, our new store format, hey, this one we've had for 4 years, it has a higher margin than our overall one, or have they been able to give you any data on, hey, here's a store where we introduced the new price points, it has a higher margin, in terms of solidifying that these changes are going to be accretive to margins?
Well, yeah, I think on the Dollar Tree side, they've started to offer that multi-price strategy. And like I mentioned, they've already seen 3.4 million new shoppers in 2023. Their same-store sales were up 5.8% in 2023 compared to their competitors, which were only up 20 basis points. And they've also been able to improve their margins. The fourth quarter of 2023, their margins were up 120 basis points year over year compared to their competitors who were down because there's a lot of macro factors like SNAP being ending, but they also, in general, they have better margins than their competitors.
To add on to what Noel said, a lot of these new stores have a lot of private placement products, and Dave Management said multiple times these private placement products have much higher margins than for brand names like Kleenex, for example, or like Clorox. These private brands have much higher margins, and there's a lot more of that in these newer stores.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
With so many stores renovating, can you talk about their debt structure? And it accounts for a sizable part of the position. As far as bonds outstanding, credit lines, what do they have? Sorry, my mic was tilted there. Can you discuss the debt structure? Sure.
Yeah, so Dollar Tree is I think they're about 2.5 times leverage, which is a little bit higher compared to their competitor Dollar General. And that's just a result of the CapEx that they've taken on in the past few quarters. But they've really managed to provide guidance in terms of their interest. It seems that they've been pretty lucky to lock in a lower rate before the high rate environment. And it's not like diluting their EBIT, or it's not diluting their bottom line, not EBIT. In terms of interest, like they're only guiding about $100 million in terms of interest expense in 2024, which shouldn't affect them materially going in this next year. I'm not sure if anyone on my team has anything else to add.
So that $95 million guide on the interest expense, it compares to $107 million in prior years. So obviously, with rates expected to decrease, with rate cuts over, hopefully in the back half of the year, the interest expense for the company will hopefully decrease as well.
And then, are they publicly traded debt? Do they use credit lines? What is then their source of capital?
They have a mixture of both. They have some bonds. I believe they have some bonds outstanding, but most. Then they have obviously I think they have a term loan A, and then bonds outstanding.
Okay. And do you know the maturity schedule or anything along those lines as far as any surprises?
Tyler, I remember we worked on the debt schedule. They don't have anything coming due until
most of their debt is not current debt, so they should be able to benefit. Looking at their balance sheet, they have absolutely no current. As for the year 2022, they have no current portion of their debt, so all this debt is long term. They should be very insulated. They've been very insulated from the higher rates, which is why their interest expense hasn't moved much, and it's best to be the same into the later years where they can refinance at lower, better rates than they could today. But we have no reason to believe that debt would be a problem for them going forward. They have it very under control, in our opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe just a housekeeping one. You've mentioned several times your target price is $150, but is that 1% upside? Is that 50% upside?
Yeah. Sorry, Michael. All right. Well, thank you so much, University at